Good afternoon, evening, morning, night, ladies and gentlemen. You see these pretty leaves right here? This is what I expected on my outing. First of all, I want to say if you are sensitive to motion or motion sickness or anything like that, this video is not for you. I tried my best, but I was walking and holding the camera with one hand and trying to get my baby and trying to get good pictures. So I was trying my best. It didn't turn out right. I am going to work on getting something to hold my camera on a stroller so I can make better videos. With that being said, in the meantime, in between time, this is what I have. So, I took my baby on an outing today. This is Miss Lavender. And we went to one of my old spots, my old stomping grounds. It had to be between, I want to say, 10 to 15, maybe even 17 years ago. Between that time period, between 17 years and 10 years, I lived in a townhouse. I moved out when I was 19 years old. I wasn't forced out of the house. I just wanted my own space. And I lived in that townhouse for 11 years. And it's in walking distance of this park. So, this time around this time, I think I may have had a miscarriage and lost my daughter. And I would come out here late at night or just whenever and just walk and just be in the forest. I know it sounds crazy, but that was in the 90s and I had my protection. Did nobody want to run up on me? And matter of fact, don't nobody want to run up on me to this day. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm going to say. What's said is said, and I said it. So yeah, I used to come out here and just like listen to the water and sit and just be by myself. To tell you the truth, I'm by myself quite often. I've learned, hold on, let me show you my baby's outfit. So, she has on her Oktoberfest outfit. I'm going to show it to you again later, but it has Frankenstein's monster, little candies with smiley faces, owls that are purple with bat wings. It's just a cute little Oktoberfest outfit. And I'm saying Oktoberfest because I really don't care for Halloween. I grew up as a Christian, and despite me doing my own thing when I want to, my foundation is still God. I like the gathering and the festivities of the Halloween celebration, but I don't like the origin of it, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but hey, some people celebrate the holidays. Some people say they're pagan and they don't celebrate them. It just depends on who you are, where you are, and how you were raised. So anyway, back to what I was saying. This used to be my spot, and I would come out here and smoke my cigarettes and drink my drink, which I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. Thank you, God, for that. I can't stand the smell of a cigarette. I'll probably do another video later about what happened when I stopped smoking cigarettes because it's a powerful testimony. Yeah, so anyway, if you can see, it's like forests and trees and grass and pretty scenery for miles and miles. But I didn't want to put my baby in the leaves and get like the dirt and stuff on her. I already, when I take her out or take any of my girls out, when they come back home, I have to change everything. You see this pretty, of course my neighbor's
okay, so I don't know if you heard that,
but anyway, you see this pretty mated India blanket that my baby is laying on, and her blanket that's covering her is a Muslim blanket from TJ Maxx. They come in a pack of 2 for $9.99 before tax. And when we come in the house, not only do I change clothes and shower and do all of that, my babies have to be showered and their linens and all of that stuff washed, because we outside. It's germs, it's bugs, it's everything. And I just feel, I have asthma, and I just feel more peaceful if I've washed everything. So I've heard some people just be like, well, it's a doll. Like, why are you washing the clothes? Because dust and germs. That's why. And bugs. You don't know if it's a spider hanging on to the back that, or a tick, or a flea, or you don't know what's then jumped on you when you out. So anyway, enough of that. What was I saying? Oh, okay. So this used to be my spot. And today when I went to my spot, it didn't, and this video is unedited. Like I said in the beginning, I tried so hard to get the right angles and not make this video shaky, but it's shaky. I know it. If you don't want to watch it, I understand. But back to what I was saying. This used to be my spot, and I loved it. But today, when I was here, it didn't feel the same. I don't know if it's because I'm fighting depression, and back then I just let depression be what it was. I've never had a whole lot of friends. Matter of fact, tell you the truth, let's be completely honest. I have 2 friends. I have one that, well, both of them I call my sisters. But one that I'm more closer to than the other one, they both live in Texas. Whenever one of my friends asks me to be the godmother to their children, I'm elated. I'm over the moon. And then when it comes down to it, they stop talking to me. And I mean, it's like I'm the one to always call and check on people. I'm the one to send a text message. If I don't call your phone, at least I'm going to send a text message. Be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Just checking on you. But when it's in reverse, nobody checks on me. And now, this may not be the happy-go-lucky video that it was intended to be, because I intended to get out here and do an outing and just be so happy. But I want to be honest, and I want to be true to myself and transparent. Depression is real, and it's real in my life, and I've been fighting it for so long. Some days I win, some days I lose. And today when I was here, I kind of felt like I'm winning because I have my doll baby with me and I'm in a good mood. But to be back in a place that I used to sit and just feel bad about I feel like maybe, the person got a couple blows in. And I was not expecting all these bugs. Like, in the summertime, I expect the bugs, but it was a nice day today, but it's been colder out. So I figured the bugs was taking, what they call it, hibernation. So I didn't think it would be this many bugs out. When I tell you they was getting on my baby and they was making me so mad. So I'm walking and I'm trying my best to do this video, and it's like a swarm of bugs just come out of nowhere. It's like, oh my goodness. So I'm knocking them like, don't bite my baby. Oh my goodness. It makes me want to get one of those mosquito nets. But you know what? I think I'm gonna get a mosquito net. But then you won't be able to see her too clearly. So I guess it would defeat the purpose or the point of this type of vlog / outing / walk with me and talk with me. So yeah. Anywho, let me get back to it. I get distracted so easily, but I just feel like I'm talking and just need to talk. That's the best videos, right? When you just talking from your heart and not trying to be scripted or not trying to fit into what you think everybody want to hear. You just being yourself, and that's what I'm doing right now. So hopefully you like it. If you don't, this me. So everybody don't like me and I'm okay with that. What was I saying? Oh, I have 2 friends that I consider my sisters. I had 3, but once someone asked me to be the godmother of their child, I feel like it's the kiss of death for our friendship. And it just comes out of nowhere. Like, I'll call, I'll text, and slowly my calls and my texts will be ignored to the point where I feel like I'm being ghosted by a dude. And I'm like, but this my friend, you know what I'm saying? I want to know how my friend is doing, but I also want my friend to check on me too. Like, so in January, my grandmother passed, and my mother and I were her care providers. Like, we don't let our people go into nursing homes. So when my grandmother passed, nobody really called my phone. Like, it was maybe 1 or 2 people that called and checked on me, but for the most part, nobody even seemed like they cared. And then in August, my mom had a 3rd stroke. And after my grandmother passed in January, I distanced myself from social media. Like, I cut my Facebook off completely. But I still, have my YouTube, and my cell phone still work. My number is the same number that I've been had for years. So I was expecting somebody to reach out to me and be like, hey, I haven't heard from you. Where you at? You okay? And then nobody do that. And it just it hurt my feelings. And it made me go back to my surprise party when my husband proposed marriage to me. It was my mom and 1, 2, 3, 4 of my cousins. And one of my cousins had his friend there. That was it. That was everybody that showed up to my surprise birthday party / engagement party. And it hurt my feelings. And it still kind of hurts because I've been the type of person to always want family. I always wanted a big celebration. I wanted to be, when I was a little girl, you know how you dream about your life? I wanted to have the family that I saw on TV that had the matching pajamas during Christmas and got together during Thanksgiving and argued, and on Easter we got together and dressed up and went to church and then did Easter egg hunts and just be a family. And like my mom, she did the best she could, and I'm not taking away from my mother or disrespecting her in any way. But it was just me and my brother, and my mother was also a foster mother. So we had people kind of come in and out, and people that she was protecting and things like that. And in the process, I was hurt. And that's all I'm going to say about that. If you know, you know. If you don't know, that's good. It's best that you don't. So anyway, when I got old enough to know what I wanted, I was like, I want to be married and I want to have a whole lot of children and I want to do all the things that I see. It was like a fairy tale to me that I just wanted to have. And it didn't happen for me. It hasn't happened for me. And people be like, oh, trust in God, keep having the faith, and it was for you, it's for you. I get that, but I've never been the type of person to money is important, first of all, because if you don't have money, you can't do too much of nothing. This bench right here, I used to sit here and smoke and just sit here for hours in the dark by myself, almost crying. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. Money is important. So I'm not going to say that money never mattered, but it wasn't the most important thing to me. Like, I wanted people around. I wanted love, and I still do. And it's just like the more I want love, the more I'm isolated. The more God be like, well, you're going to be by yourself. And I'm like, but God, I want people around. And I done got to the point where on my next birthday, which is a milestone, I don't even want to try to have a party. I'm just like, I already told my husband, I'm like, well, I just want to go to a resort like Sandals or something and spend a week there. And it just be me and him, and we eat. Well, my husband doesn't drink at all, no alcohol products. But I like to drink. I like my whiskey and I like my red wine. So, I want to go to Sandals for a week for my next birthday. But, in the perfect world, if my dreams came true, I would have this big party where people came and they hugged me and loved me and was like, I'm so happy you in my life. But that's just not my reality. So I have my dolls and I have my husband and my mom and everything else is what it is. And I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter if I have to end a friendship, because I had a miscarriage and I had to bury my daughter. And that was the absolute worst thing that could ever happen in anybody's life. So if I did that and I survived, what's a friendship ending? Was somebody not liking me? It's nothing. It's nothing, because I'm so much stronger than even I realize. So I guess I kind of want to be encouraging to somebody. Maybe you might be alone and you don't want to be alone. Maybe you might want a whole group of people around you, but that might not always be the best thing for you. It may be that you need to be by yourself and just with just a couple people. Because the more people you have around you, the more drama you have and things like that. But I don't know, it's still a part of me that wants to have this big family and have game night and holidays and corny matching pajamas and ugly Christmas sweater parties and things like that. So I don't know. Maybe get over it one day, one of these days. But I've been wanting for about, I don't even know how many years now. It's been about 30 years that I've been wanting this. So anyway, enough of me rambling. Hopefully you are having a wonderful day. And if you aren't, hopefully me sharing a little bit of myself will make you realize that you have it good. So they say all the time, like, I won't complain or I can't complain. Like, if you ask somebody how they doing, they'll be like, oh, I can't complain. You could, but it won't help nothing. So try not to complain. Find something that makes you happy and love on it and enjoy it, and take one day at a time. Sometimes you can't take one day at a time. Sometimes you got to take an hour at a time. But however you got to do it, just know that you're still breathing. So it's always a chance to get it right. And it's always a chance to make it better. And if you don't like something in your life, you're the only one that can change it. Nobody else. Don't put your happiness into other people and things. Your happiness is in you. So we're just about done with our walk, and it was a couple places. Let me tell you, my back was killing me. Okay. 10 years ago, I would have been able to do this like 4 or 5 times. But now, when I say age catch your body before it catch your mind, let me tell you, you feel like you can do what you used to do because you feel like yourself, but your body like, hey, you need to slow down. You playing way too much. We don't do that no more. Our cartilage is thin. Stop playing. Stop playing. So yeah, my back was hurting, but I don't even know what to say. We almost back to the car. And when I was leaving, I felt like somebody was following me. Like, I kept turning around and looking. I'm like, who behind me? It was a couple people walking the trail that took a different entrance because it's 2 ways to get into the waterfalls. But the vibe was off today. I don't know what it was, but when we got back in the car, I was too happy. I was sweaty. I was tired. I was ready to go. Okay? Ready to go. So yeah, these are a couple of pictures that I snapped while I was taking the video. When I tell you gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, real quick. When I was a little girl, I had a dollhouse, and I had little figurines like this, and I loved it. But because we stayed with my great grandmother, my mom, we was back and forth. So we had our own house, but my great grandmother needed help because we never put our people in nursing homes. We take care of them. So when my grandmother was in the hospital passing, people went into the house and they just start taking things. You know what happens when people pass, or when people are leaving this life, people feel like they're entitled to stuff. Like, it's not yours. Like, why do you feel like you can go in and take pictures or it was a bad situation. So I had a dollhouse, and I had little people and little critters and stuff like this, and it was amazing. But they went in and took all my stuff, and took my mom's stuff, took my brother's stuff, and took my great grandma's stuff. So my husband needed me to go into Joann's today to look at some stuff. And when I came to this aisle and saw all this stuff, it reminded me of all the stuff I had as a little girl. And I just wanted to buy all of it. But y'all see these prices, and it's just not the space right now. But when I tell you, I'm going to get this stuff. It may not be today, it may not be next year, but I'm going to get all this stuff. She had these little animals, these little critters. They got everything. They even got a starter home and a permanent home. And they had an amusement. This the permanent home. Look at that. $109.99. I'm not finna get that right now. And then the starter home was $69.99. They had this is a nursery school bus. So they got the bus to pick up the kids and take them to daycare. So yeah, and this was another section in Joann fabric. These are tiny. I had to, because it don't look that small, but when compared with my hand, these things is tiny. This stuff I'm probably not going to get, but those critters and the houses and all that stuff, I'm getting that. Let me tell you, I'm getting it. Look at these tiny little sunglasses. They so little. So yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate all my new subscribers, all my ride or die subscribers. I really thank you for being interested in what I have to say and what I'm doing. It makes me feel special. So thank you. Thank you. A million times thank you. Look at this tiny little fur coat. It was so cute. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Oh, before I go, I got to show you my baby in her PJs. Are all ready for bed. It's a yellow sleeper with white butterflies outlined in pink, and it's a big pink butterfly in the middle of the chest outlined in white. And she had on her pink and white newborn cap and a pink bow. And she is laying on one of her fabulous made in India blankets with pink doe on it. Yeah, because doe, a deer, a female deer. Yeah, female deer.